Welcome back to This Is Not CBC.
Well, folks, if you blinked this week, you might have missed it because Mark Carney was once again not in Canada. Nope, he was busy on his Carney World Tour, shaking hands, taking selfies, and collecting air miles like it's an Olympic sport. Apparently, he went to boost trade. Yeah, between his schedule and his personal portfolio, maybe. From October 26th to November 2nd, the Prime Minister took off for Asia, Singapore, Vietnam, and South Korea. And what did he come back with? A tan, a campaign video, and you guessed it, more tariffs. He sat down with China's President Xi in South Korea. Both sides called it a turning point, which in Carney speak means we turned and walked away with nothing. Even he admitted the tariffs can't be lifted right away. Translation, we'll get to it right after I finish my world tour and the election campaign that hasn't officially started yet. Meanwhile, Canada's farmers, manufacturers, and exporters are all sitting at home wondering, did we at least get a souvenir mug? Let's be honest, this trip had all the makings of a Hallmark movie. A world-traveling banker finding himself on foreign soil, searching for deals that don't exist. Spoiler alert, though, he doesn't find any, but what he does find are new camera angles. Now, while Carney was shaking hands overseas, back here in Ottawa, the Conservatives, NDP, and Bloc were all basically saying the same thing. Yeah, good luck with that budget, bud. They're not supporting it. Watch here.
Are you confident the budget's going to pass?
I am 100% confident that this budget is the right budget for this country.
Maybe if you'd introduced the budget at the beginning of the fiscal year like most normal, competent prime ministers would have done, and which all prime ministers used to do, we could have affected the deficit. But, Rosie, the half to two-thirds of the fiscal year is behind us. The money's already spent.
Sure.
God.
So you are not going to support the budget. There's no way you could do that. You can't lose an election, say Mark Carney's the worst, and then support the budget. That's not possible. Right?
Oh, well, I haven't seen the budget.
We're going to wait and see what's in this budget, but everything we've heard from Mark Carney makes me think this is going to be a really hard budget for the New Democrats to support.
Take your point, and I had this same debate with Stephen McKinnon, the Liberal House leader, but the Bloc also has agency here. You may not like the budget, it may not respond to your demands, but it will be up to you to decide whether to support it, which could have the effect of causing an election.
We have agency, but we also have responsibility, and we're taking this responsibility very seriously, which is why, as I said, our demands have been very clear since 1 month. Now, Mr. McKinnon he's a very partisan leader. And he's the one who's been threatening to go in election in the House, and he didn't give us a call. He didn't start negotiating, and he even forged the numbers telling Canadians that we're asking for $30-something billion in expenses. He multiplied the number by 5 because what we're asking is 1/5 of that. So my impression is that they actually are lying to Canadians and Quebecers to go into an election, but it's not too late. Negotiation can go on until the day before the budget, but it is up to them.
Now, what does this mean? Well, unless a miracle happens, we're probably heading for an election. Shocking, I know. Carney campaigning while pretending not to be campaigning. Never seen that before. And speaking of campaigning, did you happen to see this video?
It's our country, it's your future, and we are going to give it back to you. For decades, Canada's economy became more closely linked to the United States. The U.S. is the world's largest economy, so on the one hand, that created tons of new business and jobs for us. But it also meant that when things change suddenly for the worse down there, it causes big problems up here, and it's hard to control what happens next. As Prime Minister, my #1 focus is to put Canadians back in control by building here at home and building new partnerships abroad, so that we're not reliant on the United States. To do that, we will have to make some difficult choices, responsible choices. Federal government spending has grown massively over the last few years. That's not sustainable. We will cut wasteful government spending. We'll make massive investments in the things that grow our economy: homes, new ports, electricity grids, the major infrastructure that will unlock the full potential of Canada. We've built big before. In the 1950s, Canada set out to build the St. Lawrence Seaway. It cost us the equivalent of about $4 billion in today's money. Since then, the Seaway has shipped more than $1 trillion worth of cargo to the world. Tens of thousands of Canadians, trade workers, business owners, and their employees have gone to work every day because of that Seaway. We're going to build big things again. When we do, we're going to use Canadian steel, Canadian aluminum, lumber, technology, and Canadian workers to do it. Only 40% of the steel bought here in Canada is made here in Canada. We'll change that. We'll be our own best customer, and we're going to sell to the world. Yes, we'll keep trading with the US, but we will double what we export to everywhere else. We'll make generational investments to protect our communities, our borders, our way of life. Investments to build a stronger economy where everyone has a chance to get ahead. And investments to empower Canadians with new opportunities, better careers, and a lower cost of living. It's time to take control of our future, bet big on ourselves, and play to win. It's time to build Canada strong.
The music, the lighting, the tone. I half expected him to end it with sponsored by Brookfield Asset Management. Now let's talk about the cost because this trip wasn't paid for in air miles. When you add up the government jet, fuel, hotels, security, motorcades, translators, photographers, and probably an emotional support communications team, you're looking at anywhere from $800,000 to $2 million of your money. That's right, a $2 million handshake tour. We paid for the flight, the hotels, the meals. He brought home more tariffs than a campaign reel. That's like ordering a steak dinner and getting handed the bill for someone else's salad. And now he's coming home to table his budget, which no one wants, no one trusts, and no one believes will actually balance.
It would be helpful for Canadians to know exactly what you would do when it comes to tariffs. So why are you being so reticent to talk about that?
Because I'm a good negotiator.
It seems like everywhere Mark Carney goes, with these grand meetings and photo ops, we end up with more tariffs. His failures abroad are costing us at home.
He says it'll all be fine in 3 years. Sure, Mark, and I'll be debt-free by Christmas. So here's the recap. Carney left Canada. Carney spent a fortune. Carney came home with nothing, but hey, at least he's consistent. If your wallet could talk right now, it'd probably say, next time, just send a postcard. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is not CBC.